Hello everyone and welcome to another R&R Partners video. Today we are going to discuss buying a car in Romania, and I'm going to give you 5 tips and tricks that we've learned over the years of how to buy and how to register your car in Romania. If you are new to the channel and you're planning to either emigrate to Romania or opening a company to Romania, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel as we post new and updated content each and every 2 weeks. The first tip in order to have a car registered to Romania is to have a residence in Romania, because at the moment you cannot register a car under your name if you're not either domiciled or have a residence in Romania. At the moment of filming this video, there is a law that is in discussion about the possibility of non-residents registering their car in Romania. However, on the form that is now in debate, the Romanian government wants the person who enrolls the car to give a declaration that he will re-register it to the state of destination. So technically, if you're importing a car through Romania and you want to get it, for example, I don't know, Poland, you can register the car in Romania and then you'll need to declare that you'll re-register it in Poland once the process is over. The second thing I want to discuss about is the registration process. In Romania, there is a 2-step registration process. Again, we are trying to make it a 1-step registration process. Hopefully it will somehow work, but at the moment we have the old system with the 2-step registration. First would be that the car needs to be registered at the local tax authority. So once you buy a car, you go at the city hall if you're in a smaller town. If you're in a bigger city, usually the local taxes is in another building. It's not at the city hall. You need to ask about the local taxes. Be aware that we have local taxes and government taxes. The government taxes is ANAF. The local taxes is DITL, we call it. It's the local tax and contributions department. The second step of the process is to take the documents and go with them at the county auto registration office. If you are aware, Romania is divided in counties. So practically we have 40 plus counties. Even if you are living in a small village, you need to go at the county registration office. Usually it is one per county, and the one that is for you is based on the county where you have your residence, or if you are buying through a company where your company is registered. Do note that if you are buying a second-hand car, the previous owner needs first to deregister his car from the local taxes in which he is enrolled. And this is a bit tricky because there are owners that have fines which they did not pay, and the local tax authority will not allow him to deregister before he pays all the taxes. Therefore, it will be a tricky situation if the owner does not have the money to pay the fines, taxes, and whatever else he has to do. But in this situation, our strong recommendation would be to not pay the money until you don't have the sealed stamp of approval of the local taxes that he deregistered from. If you are in one of the previous situations where you have some questions that you do not know the answer to and you want everything to be legally sound, do note that you can always book a consultation with us, and one of our team members will give you tailored advice in order to have everything done properly and not have any issues with the Romanian bureaucracy or the Romanian authorities. The third tip would be regarding imported cars, or if you personally are importing your own car, you've been living, for example, in Spain, Germany or another country, you move to Romania and you want to bring your personal car. There are specialized companies which handle this type of cases. Usually they do the procedure in bunches, so they are cheaper and more efficient, and we strongly recommend you to go with somebody who is specialized in this field if you are going to import a car. Also, regarding imported cars, do note that there are VAT regulations at the European level, so you can face certain situations in which you need to pay VAT even if you are buying a second-hand car. For example, if the car is under 6,000 kilometers, or if the car is now not older than 6 months. Also, there are additional steps in case you are the one who is importing the car. First of all, you will need to go to the auto registration office in order to get the car identified and have the car's identification book issued by the Romanian authorities. Without that, you cannot register in Romania. And secondly, as mentioned regarding the VAT, the Romanian tax authority needs to give their opinion if you need to pay VAT or not in Romania for the import. So you cannot avoid just getting the car to Romania and not going to the national tax authority. So if you're looking into importing a car or buying it from abroad, note that there are additional steps, procedures that you must take additionally than just buying from Romania, used or new. And these procedures need to be made by you, which will increase the final price of the car. If you found this content useful, we would deeply appreciate if you hit the like button down below. It really helps the channel out, and you are also helping other expats who are searching for information about registering a car in Romania. The fourth tip that I'm going to share with you is regarding the imported cars. It's more like practical rather than the legal side of it. So you will see that in Romania there are many cars, technically they seem newer, they seem posher, and they are cheaper than what you would find abroad. There are some companies which just take cars which have a lot of mileages abroad. They know good technicians, they just delete some of the kilometers that are registered on the car, and they sell it with 100,000 kilometers less or something like this. So the tip would be to go and verify the car. Usually you can go and either to the official importer or the official service of the car, or there are certain private companies that are multi-brand, and this is what they are doing for cars. They are just verifying, seeing that the car is okay and everything is as it states on the paper. The fifth and final tip that I have for you is not about buying the car, but about selling the car. Basically, be aware that each and every year you'll need to pay the local taxes for the car. However, when you leave Romania and you want to sell that car, make sure that the contract is registered with the local tax authority and that you are deregistering the car. We had a case in which a client sold the car not in Romania, but in Spain. Technically, the buyer should have registered it in Spain, then you should have communicated for the deregistration in Romania. That was not done. He found out 2 years later, and because he found out 2 years later, he had 2,000 euro to pay to the Romanian state for just the lack of doing all the formalities. Also, another possible issues with selling the car is if you just deregister from the local tax authority and the new buyer does not register at the auto registration office. The auto registration office has all the owners, the registry of all the owners and the cars. And if your car is using the public roads without paying the taxes for using the public roads, you'll get a fine because you are in the registration as the owner, and you'll have to go to court for some fines of a couple of hundred of RON. It's not a big fine, but it will be stressful, and nobody wants to pay for something they did not do. In this case, my strong advice, and it's not really strong advice but practical tip, would be to keep your numbers. Just tell the seller that you want to keep your numbers. After you deregister from the local taxes, you go to the auto registration office and you sign a paper, pay some taxes that you need to keep your numbers. I don't know, they have strong resemblance for you and you want to keep them. It is a practice in Romania. So the new owner needs to register his car if he ever wants to ride it, because he cannot ride the car without any license at all, any registration numbers. So this will be another way to cover your bases. So there you have it, the 5 tips that I wanted to share with you today regarding the car registration and the procedure, possible problems that you might face, and where to cover your bases. If you like this content, you can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, as we post there quite frequently. And until next time, have a nice day and see you soon. Bye.